few hats here today. I sit on the board of the Permanent Commission on the Status of Women. I most immediately am organizing some of you to get to DC. I do work at the Connecticut Coalition Against Domestic Violence. I go out and train health professionals on intimate partner violence all across the state of Connecticut, and I chair our state's Trafficking in Persons Council, and I couldn't be more happy to be here with you all today. I thank the Congresswoman for doing this kickoff event. This is fantastic. I want to thank my fellow organizers of the march, who I got to meet for the first time in person today here. We have been doing a lot of work on Facebook. I want to thank my distinguished colleagues who are standing up here and fighting this good fight with me, and all of you, because it really is going to take all of us. So on Friday, everybody, Donald Trump will become the President of the United States of America. This is a man whose former wife described in detail how he raped her after she referred him to a plastic surgeon who he said botched a scalp. He had a bald spot, and he said the plastic surgeon botched that procedure, and so he went home and raped her in retaliation for that. She has since stopped using the word rape because he threatened to sue her, but she has never changed her story. This is a man who has 3 federal suits against him for allegedly raping a 13-year-old at his longtime friend Jeffrey Epstein's home. Jeffrey Epstein is a convicted pedophile who reportedly had underage sex parties at his home. And the story goes that this woman, at the age of 13, was at Port Authority when one of Jeffrey Epstein's employees came up to her to tell her that there was this opportunity to go to a great party where she could meet so many professionals who could help her modeling career. And so off she went to the party, and that's where she says she was allegedly raped by Donald Trump. This is a man who was recorded, and we all heard it, telling us that he uses his power, his celebrity, and his wealth to sexually violate women and get away with it. And subsequently, more than 17 women came forward describing how he did just that to them. And this man was elected president. And I don't know if anything's much worse than him becoming president, but what is maybe equally as bad is the fact that folks voted for him, including some elected officials. And now, and those same people knew what I just told you, and they either chose not to believe it, or they just decided that it wasn't important enough, and they voted anyway. And now these same people are telling us to get over it. Move on, come together. Forgive him. Give him a chance. Well, this Saturday we will come together. But we don't come together to accept Donald Trump. We come together to stand for the country we want for ourselves, for each other, and for our children. We come together to stand for immigrants. We come together to stand for Black lives. We come together to stand for the environment. We come together to stand for gun sense. We stand together for women's equality. And that means equality in our laws and our representation. That means equality in our employment. That means equality in our healthcare, which includes birth control and access to abortion. And that means equality in our safety. It is absurd that I will have to teach my children at some point about rape and domestic violence. We should be appalled if just one woman is murdered by her loved one. But we have teens being abused, we have children being sexually assaulted, we have women being raped. And on average in this state, between 12 and 15 women are killed by their intimate partner every year, the majority of whom are pregnant or have a child at home. So this isn't boys will be boys. This is sexism, it's misogyny, and it needs to stop, and now is the time. That women will be women. And so we will head on Saturday down to Washington. We will come together to create the society that we envision for ourselves and that we deserve. The great civil rights activist Audre Lorde said, when I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. So whether you're marching here in Connecticut or New York City or Boston or DC, we all stand together. This March on Washington will send a bold message to this new administration on their first day in office and to the world that women's rights are humans' rights. We stand together, powerful, with a vision, and ready to take action. Thank you. Thank you.